Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Exclusive Dangerous Animals image of Courtney's chilling villain captures why he's deadlier than the movie's sharks. A new image from Dangerous Animals showcases Courtney's terrifying character in the 2025 shark thriller. The upcoming Australian movie features the Suicide Squad star as Tucker, a serial killer who kidnaps young surfer Zephyr Yellowstone's Hassie Harrison, with designs on feeding her to sharks. It was directed by Sean Byrne, The Loved Ones, The Devil's Candy, from a screenplay by Nick Leppard, Keeper, and also stars Josh Houston, Heartbreak High, Thor, Love and Thunder, and Ella Newton, Girl at the Window, Neighbors. Screen Rant can now share an exclusive first-look image from Dangerous Animals ahead of its United States theatrical release date on June 6. The image shows Tucker wearing nothing but red underwear and an open robe that exposes his torso, which bears a scar from what appears to be a shark bite. He is also holding a bottle of wine and appears to be dancing in the dining area of a ship. See the full-size image below. Screen Rant can also share an exclusive comment on the movie from Sean Byrne, who details the fact that Dangerous Animals was inspired by Steven Spielberg's 1975 hit Jaws in multiple ways, including its focus on characters and the fact that it was actually shot on the ocean for a genuine sense of danger. He also praises Courtney's performance as the movie's wildly charismatic villain, who will be as compelling as he is terrifying. Read Byrne's full quote below. As the image and Byrne's quote reveal, Dangerous Animals indeed seems to take many of its cues from Jaws and the many killer shark movies that arose in its wake, including Open Water, Bait, and 47 Meters Down, as well as other animal attack stories, such as the alligator movie Crawl. Clearly, its Jaws influence extends far beyond the sharks that are central to its premise, as Tucker's scar both calls back to the scene in the 1975 movie when the characters compared their scars, and the fact that Hunter Quint, Robert Shaw, has personal experience with shark attacks. However, this image also seems to reveal that the movie draws inspiration from other sources, particularly the iconic 1989 Australian thriller Dead Calm. That movie followed grieving couple John, Sam Neill, and Ray Ingram, Nicole Kidman, departing on a yacht trip, only for their boat to be commandeered by Huey Warner, Billy Zane, who leaves John stranded on a sinking ship. Although sharks have been added to the equation, this glimpse at Tucker's exultation makes it seem that Dangerous Animals will have several scenes that take after Ray's struggle to survive the unpredictable villain out on the open water. While Courtney has portrayed villains before, he has usually played secondary antagonists or anti-heroes in projects such as Suicide Squad, in which he played Captain Boomerang opposite more prominent characters, such as Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and Jared Leto's Joker, and Netflix's Kaleidoscope, in which he played Bob, the hot-headed member of the show's heist team. From the looks of things, Dangerous Animals has given him license to craft a truly unforgettable villain with a sickly charisma after cutting his teeth on these supporting roles, making Zephyr struggle to survive seeing even blue depths of the Pacific. The predators glide silently, razor-finned, torpedo-shaped kings of the ocean. But in Dangerous Animals, it's not the sharks that send ripples of fear through the audience. It's Courtney's villain, Richter Kane, a human so cold, calculating, and charismatic that even the great whites seem like mere set dressing in comparison. Now, in an exclusive image released ahead of the film's premiere, Courtney's transformation into Kane is chillingly complete. Standing ankle-deep in blood-swirled water, flanked by the silhouettes of circling sharks, he stares dead into the camera, half lit by moonlight, half consumed by shadow. His expression is blank, unreadable. His wetsuit is stained, his dive knife gleaming. But it's the eyes, icy, dispassionate, that make it clear this is not just another villain. This is a predator of a different breed. The apex human predator. Set on an isolated marine research facility hundreds of miles from the nearest coast, Dangerous Animals initially sells itself as another high-octane survival horror film. Scientists are studying a new breed of hyper-aggressive sharks, genetically enhanced by an experimental bioagent designed to cure neural degeneration. Predictably, things go wrong. But where other shark films dwell in the abyssal thrill of underwater terror, this film pivots sharply with the arrival of Kane, a former Black Ops operative turned corporate mercenary sent to recover the experimental serum. He arrives not with a plan to contain the threat, but to weaponize it. The sharks may be dangerous, but Kane is deliberate. He doesn't kill out of instinct, he kills because it's efficient. The newly released image of Courtney captures that ethos perfectly. In the background, the dorsal fins break the surface like knives. But Kane stands untouched, his body language calm. Dominant. This isn't a man afraid of the sharks. This is a man who has already mastered them, or worse, unleashed them. Courtney's coldest role yet. Courtney has always excelled at playing men who blur the line between hero and anti-hero. His roles in Suicide Squad, Jack Reacher, and Terminator Genesis proved that. But Dangerous Animals gives him his most unnerving character yet. According to director Mia Alvarez, Kane was conceived as a man more terrifying than nature itself. She explains, "We wanted the audience to watch the sharks and feel fear, but when Kane walks into frame, that fear should double. Because he's not mindless, he's not hungry, he's strategic, and he doesn't care who gets devoured along the way." Courtney embraced the challenge with unnerving precision. "We talked a lot about stillness," he said in a recent interview. "The sharks are always moving. They're always circling. But Kane, he waits, he watches. He only strikes when the odds are perfectly aligned." This idea is reflected in the now viral promotional image. There's no movement, no chaos, just the suggestion of it, lurking all around. Kane doesn't react. He knows he's in control, and that knowledge is what makes him more terrifying than any shark in the water. A villain of quiet violence. What makes Kane so deadly isn't just his tactical prowess, it's his ideology. In Dangerous Animals, his mission isn't just to steal the research, it's to remake the food chain. He believes in a future where humans don't just coexist with apex predators, they command them. Control is his obsession, and the sharks are just step one. He sees the ocean as a testing ground, says screenwriter Leela Ndor. If he can master nature's most efficient killers, what's next? Who's next? Courtney's portrayal is bone-dry and clinical. There are no monologues, no mustache-twirling theatrics. Instead, he delivers chilling one-liners with surgical precision. "The sharks follow blood," he says to a terrified scientist at one point. "But I follow purpose." The contrast between the natural predators and Kane is intentional. Where sharks are bound by instinct, Kane is bound by vision. Where they react, he plans. He uses them, weaponizes them, even sacrifices them if necessary. And that's the horror. He's not part of nature. He's something else entirely. The art of intimidation. From a visual standpoint, the image of Kane surrounded by sharks evokes religious iconography. There's a messianic quality to how he stands, serene among chaos, a still point in a turning world. Cinematographer Rafael Umezu says this was intentional. "We wanted the sharks to feel like disciples at first, then like prisoners," he explains. Kane isn't threatened by them. He's revered, even obeyed. In the final cut, there's a scene where a shark swims past him without attacking. We didn't use CGI for that. That was real footage. The shark sensed something.